Would you kill your own mother if you know that this will permit to create a vegan world? This is a fucked up and insane question, and that's precisely the point. 3 weeks ago, I was invited in a debate, and during this debate, David Rams asked me this question.
If it was proven to you that welfare reform gets us to a vegan world the fastest, would you be supportive of it in that case?
And finally, I have responded that if you show me that by promoting animal exploitation, you will have a vegan world forever, for sure, but it will never be the case. I have to admit one thing. In my total honesty, I feel ashamed because in that moment, I have justified to abuse, to exploit, and to murder innocent beings for a greater good. What do you think doctors have said during the Second World War when they have burned alive thousands of innocent people? What do you think doctors have said during the Second World War when they have injected in the eyes of innocent children chemicals for make their eyes blue? So obviously they said that the first reason was the racist and crazy reason of their ideology, of course, but a lot of doctors have said that it's for understand science, and like that we can prevent disease. How every injustice in the world have happened. They have all been justified by a greater good. Sometimes the greater good was not so great, and sometimes the greater good was genuinely good. But is it because something is done for a legitimate greater good that we should say, yes, let's justify the unacceptable? I have made a little drawing for simplify the things. We have utilitarianism, and here we have justice. How we can recap utilitarianism? How we can summarize it and put it in a very simple word? Utilitarianism is treating people as means to an end. Generally, what is the end of utilitarianism? We want to reduce the suffering and we want to maximize happiness. And this is okay. I mean, who wants to be against that? Of course, nobody. But if the end is good, the means to achieve it can be 100% unfair. In the second part of the drawing, we have justice. Call it deontologism if you want. And justice is treating people as ends in themselves. So what does that mean? That means that if I want to have the pleasure to do something against your body, against your wish, my wish cannot be achieved. You have a wish to, and you have an interest in bodily integrity, you have an interest in freedom, you have an interest in life. You have a right to life. You have a right to freedom. You have a right to bodily integrity. And this is what protects you from any people who want to violate this right that you have. It's because you are an end in itself. You are not a means to an end. And utilitarianism breaks that. Because utilitarianism say that we can treat people as means to an end. What does that mean? This is very simple. If I have a good end, if I want to reduce suffering and maximize happiness, if I have proof that by exploiting you, by abusing you, and by killing you, I approach to this end, then I could do it. When David Rams, during this debate, asked me genuinely this question, would you accept welfare reform if you have proof that this can lead to a vegan world more rapidly? This is exactly as saying, would you kill your mother for create a vegan world? Would you kill innocent beings for creating a vegan world more rapidly? Would you exploit and murder innocent beings for creating something good? And nobody would accept that. Who would accept that? How is it possible? How in any place of the world, in the planet Earth, we can say that it's morally acceptable to abuse, to kill, to murder someone that is completely innocent? Oh, but for a greater good. It's for a greater good.
No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Well, I have a news for you. This is not possible. This is not possible. So when I ask the question, would you kill your mother for create a vegan world? Obviously, it's a provocative question for say, this is insane. Who will do that? You will do that?
What? What the fuck?
I hope no. I hope no. I hope you will not do that. And if you do that, if you think it's okay, I think we have a serious problem. And this is where we understand that utilitarianism is a monster. What helps us to build a civilized world, a peaceful world, where we try to end injustice, is moral boundary. The idea that we cannot do everything we want. The idea that there is certain things that are unacceptable, whatever is your reason. And when we think about that, veganism is precisely the moral boundary that we should not exploit animals for any reason. When we had the movement for abolish the slavery of black people, the message was clear. Black people are not tools for white people. They cannot be enslaved. They cannot be abused. They cannot be used because they deserve respect. And this is what is possible with justice. But with utilitarianism, every injustice can always be acceptable. If by killing someone in your family against his will, you will save one people, would you do it? Of course not. Now, if I change the thing and I said, if you kill one people from your family and you save the entire planet, 8 billion people, would you do it? It's exactly the same. If you are not contaminated by utilitarianism, you will say no. I would never abuse, exploit, and murder innocent beings for a greater good. So next time I am in a debate and this question is brought up, I would respond that no, I would never promote exploitation and murdering animals, even if it could lead more rapidly to a world where there is no exploitation and there is no murder of animals. Because I am not a betrayer. And don't get me wrong, because utilitarian mindset want to call this stance purism. And this has nothing to do about purity, but this has everything to do about justice. Not treating people as means to an end, but treating people as ends in themselves. Every time we want to think that we can treat people as means to an end and we can justify injustice because it could lead to a good end, we are basically saying that we can extinguish a fire by putting gasoline and diesel on the fire instead of water. Justice can never be created in the soil of injustice. I would love to see your comment and what you think about this topic. If you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe and see you for another video. It was Jeremy Lopez. Bye.